Like, that's the one thing that I've really started to, especially watching this happen and, all the parallels people are drawing between this and, fucking the George Bush and shit like that and fucking Iraq war. And I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. We were told that they were the bad guys. But I also remember the photos that came out of Abu Ghraib. So, yeah, seems... It's repeating. That's for fucking sure. And I just don't like this.
Well, and as much you can blame Trump for this, you also have a lot to blame Bush for. Because he started the precedent for most of this, going around Congress to declare war, all that kinds of stuff, Wartime Powers Act, all this shit. It's been a long road coming of lesser evilldom, people voting shitty corporate candidates. Unfortunately, this is just a result of that. Ultimately, which is it's a shame, especially when you hear we listened to Carl last week, but it's so annoying. He every chance he gets, he pivots to, and if we voted Kamala, this would be better. And I'm like, I suppose he's not wrong. Yeah, he's not, but it's like a polished turd versus a fucking just shitty, slop. Yeah. I don't deny anyone that she would have been better, but it's like,
yeah,
that's like, how could you be fucking worse? I'll put it that way.
Yeah, but I think though I still get his point though, because it's more about trying to point out to people, same we're doing here, of like, these are consequences of political action. And
yes, no, but that's what I'm trying to say.
People who, especially with the Kamala stuff, like, we also have to remember in the context of, like, a lot of lefties in America chose to not vote at all because they decided that, they would like to cut off their nose to spite their own fucking face.
Well, no, because look, you literally need to remember all the rhetoric that Kamala was saying before coming in. She was painting herself as pro-police. She was calling herself the border czar. The border czar.
Yeah, but that was because, again, she was taking a strategy of trying to lure in people that weren't just the left who generally, like, I don't think it was necessarily the smart.
So whose fucking fault is it that they didn't get the left vote then?
I actually do blame the lefties. I blame the lefties. Yeah, no, I blame them for not voting.
No, you blame them for not voting.
Yeah, I blame them for not voting because... No, even before the election happened, I was like... Cool, you can either not vote for Kamala or you can not vote and Trump has even more of a chance of getting in. It's the whole,
the party knew from their internal polling that Kamala was dog shit. They knew that. But they ran her anyway.
But lefties need to learn that we can't always, especially in certain positions, we can't let good be the, enemy of perfect.
Good, yes, true. Now look, let's apply that backwards through to the 90s. We have done that. People voted for Clinton. People voted for Obama. It was all fucking sad shit.
Yes, but imagine if people voted for Hillary. Imagine if Hillary got in. We wouldn't have had all of the Trump stuff that has come from it.
Why not?
Because it's all his side of the aisle.
What stops Trump running the next year?
Yes, but again, it's about changing certain steps in certain areas.
Look, I'm not going to talk
the same
hypothetical alt history. That's pointless. So I'm not going to talk
that. The same way I, as a Green Party member, have started talking to other lefties who can be a bit like, oh, well, Labour, I don't agree with Labour on these two issues, so therefore I'd rather not vote for anyone. Like, I think that's stupid. You can't necessarily expect the party to get everything 100% the way you want.
Well, we're in a different system than that, though. People have options here.
But it's very childish to go, I don't get exactly what I want, so I'm not participating.
No, that's true.
I personally think that people who don't vote don't get an opinion.
Right, but again, it was the entire consequence of people taking that vote that, okay, I'm going to vote for this shit candidate over the even more shit candidate that's gotten us to this place. We have devolved. And, that's literally what you're advocating for.
But that's what I'm saying is that the last time, if we had have just gone, look, it's not perfect, but at least we can get our foot in the door.
Foot in the door to what?
to change.
To change?
Yeah.
When the fuck was that? Was that going to happen under Kamala Harris?
I'm saying it's the other people who are within, like, you're thinking too top level. Like, we've got Mamdani as a Democrat.
Yep.
We've got new Democrats who are coming up. If
that's
things change,
working. Look at that.
Yes.
Good. And that's when people actually support a good leftist candidate. Good on them. And
Yes,
again, you
but
can
we don't
blame
always- you have to kind
blame
of
the
get in
DNC for their
there.
corporate bullshit for this. You talked about Hillary. Go back 2016. What did they do? They rigged the delegates. They ousted Bernie Sanders.
Oh, for
again,
sure.
they shot themselves in the foot. It is their own fault. They can whine, they can bitch, they can moan, they can go, "You didn't vote for us." And it's like, well, what the fuck did you do when everyone on the left was going, "Fuck this candidate, we hate them, we like this guy, fucking pick him." And they go, "Nah, we want the centrist fucking corporate candidate." You know why? Because our donors want her. That's why.
But at the same time, isn't it better to go with the party that at least has
I'm going to quote
some of your
Marx.
interests
You only work with the corporatists when you can guarantee the outcomes of the worker. Okay?
Yes, but we don't live in that world. The point is,
We don't live in that world. That's the world we want to live in, and we're not going to do that if we keep
for the party.
trying to play
but they
in
don't
that
have
world.
That choice.
All right, we need to get
They
back.
don't have
we need to
that
move on
choice.
from this debate. We're going to waste too much
They
time.
don't have that choice.
We'll come back to this. We'll do a showdown mini stream another day where we can battle this out. But we should move on because we're going to run out of time.
All right.